Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to another video. This time it's the 2, 9, 11 life path. Yeah, this is actually my life path. And if you're here, this is yours as well. So congrats on being life path buddies. I don't know. Either way, I was thinking something. Also said it in the 11 video. Yeah, should we make an 11, the 11's Telegram group or something, and make it something like an 11's mastermind or whatever, something where we can share our 11ness. It's just a thought. Let me know. And I will create it. But let's dive into this one. So we have the 11, which is double creativity and confidence. It also has the 2 in it, cooperation and balance, and it has the 9 in it. And the 9 is integrity and wisdom. All right. 2911 is a life path number that combines creativity with higher principles, integrity, and spiritual wisdom. They are here to apply their creativity in service to others, aligned with their higher wisdom and spiritual laws. Okay. So, yeah, what does creativity mean for you, and yeah, how can you apply it to as in a service to others? I've been pondering this myself for a long time, and I kind of found out that should not be my concern. My concern should just be to be creative, do my thing, and find things that I like to do, and then just pass it along to people and see if they like it, and then see if I can turn it into something that a lot of people will benefit from. So for me, this one example for this is I created the very first affirmations app. I just like doing affirmations, and funny, I was actually going with another story, but this one popped up as I'm doing this one. I created that app. It was a free. Well, at first I made it a paid download, so that would be my little source of income. But I decided, nah, let's open it up to the public. It was a really simple app. Each day you would get the affirmation of the day. So there were, I think I put over 400 affirmations in there, but it's one every day, so it won't go further than 365-ish. Yeah, but it's something that a lot of people liked and used, and it was nice. I don't have it running online anymore. It was one of my challenges that I had to overcome. So I discontinued it, but I could actually start this up again. I feel since I've been going on this path with recording videos, I feel this new found energy. I'm like, yeah, let's record another video, or yeah, sure, let's create the app afterwards. Yeah, let's go. So I have a lot of energy for creative stuff. I don't have a lot of energy for meetings or for other stuff that doesn't give me any energy. And this might also, well, you were also at 2911, so you might also notice this whatever you put your attention to and your energy in, if it's something you like, it doesn't even feel like work. Uh, if you are working on very like amazing projects, you don't care that you only sleep 5 hours that night because you're thrilled to wake up and you're like, yes, yes, let's go again, let's do this. Um, Also works the other way around, by the way, for the 2, 9, 11. If there's nothing you're excited about, you can easily stay in bed for 15 hours. Well, easily 50, but let's say 10 or 12 hours is, yeah. Because if you're on that path of trying to find out what you should be doing and you're kind of at a stalemate, you don't know what to do and nothing gives you energy, and you kind of need to snap out of that to get that energy again and get energy flowing. So it can work both ways. So let's start off with some challenges. Double 1 energy signifies a creative potential, but they may feel less creative due to pressing issues or obstacles. Yeah, so double 1 or 11, they have a lot. Well, they have a lot of potential and they have a lot of creativity, and right here they're stating it as creative potential. But you are connected to the whole universe with your creativity. So it's not bound. It's not like you are such an amazing creative person, which you also are, but this creativity, the vast majority of it is outside of you, and you can just like tap into it and get that creative potential. Yeah, if there are any pressing issues and obstacles, and I think it sounds pretty logical to me as well, or common sense. Yeah, if you have issues, the energy isn't flowing, you're an 11, you're an energy being, just like the 1, the 11 is also an energy being. If your energy doesn't flow, your life, it just stops. A lot of things stop working, a lot of issues come up. And one of the things that do work for you is, for example, if your life is exploding all around you, but one of the areas is doing very well. For example, your relationship, or you're doing some professional sports or something. You really have the ability to go into that fully and commit to that, and when you're there, you're in that bubble, and in that bubble you're untouchable. But once you get out of there and out of that, the world, you will see that the world was still exploding around you, but you didn't register it while you were doing your thing. Yeah, so that's also one of your challenges. So you should really yeah, keep an eye on your energy level. Challenges include finding their center, identity, balance, and boundaries. All right, so one and working through the 9 gauntlets. So because you have a 2 and a 9 as your, let's say, lesser numbers, these both have one challenge / issue that need to be resolved before you can actually get to the 11 issues. So that's nice to know. There's some issues there waiting for you, or challenges. I like challenges better than issues, because also it's I think it's something we chose to come here as 11s, and the 2 and the 9 both have different challenges, and one is the opinions of others. This one, if you still have to tackle this challenge, which I also still have to do, it's getting a bit easier, but it's a huge one. The opinions of others. I also started the F other opinions. I coined the phrase FOPO. It's F other people's opinions, and it helps me. It's I'm trying not to swear here, so that's why I'm talking a little bit weird. But by not or by using that swear word, because I usually don't use any swear words, it kind of gives me that extra push, like F it, and I'll just I'll go for it, and but it's a whole different topic in and of itself. So one of them is getting over the opinion of others. Right now, I'm in a huge clash here in the community, which I'm very grateful for. I was also a bit pissed about it before, but I'm also grateful for it because it shows me these things. So it shows me, like, I live with 13 other adults. And I'm not going into the whole situation, but now it seems like 13 people are against me. I'm doing one thing, and 13 people are saying that I cannot do that. And I feel like I should be able to do this. I don't understand why I shouldn't be able to do this. So this is a part where there's 13 opinions against my opinion. And maybe I'm not sure if everyone is against me, but that's how it can feel. It gives me a really good perspective to really feel all the emotions that come up and all the energies I feel from the other people, but also to know and to feel that this is it's not my energy. And it's something I have to deal with now, because we are living in a community, so we have to deal with this together and come to some kind of living situation where everybody's happy. But I feel it so deeply, like I believe in this 100%, and you're not gonna budge my opinion about it. We can change the situation, but my opinion doesn't change, and I am 100% living my truth and speaking my truth. So that's a really nice one, because in these meetings, because I don't like meetings, I go into more like a sleeping mode during meetings, and now it's giving me the opportunity to be present and to face this head on. It's still we'll have a meeting about this in a month or so, a little bit less. So is it a nice situation? Nope. I think for the people involved, it's not nice at all. But there are learning opportunities, there are challenges, and it always feels like I really don't feel like this right now. And yeah, of course, it's nicer to have a challenge, and you probably have the same as well. Like let's do the 30-day manifestation challenge. That's a nice challenge, but these are the unwanted. The I did not ask for this challenge, for this specific challenge, and you get those as well, and you have to deal with that as well. And the other thing is, and this is one where it's about a topic that I feel really strongly about. Sometimes it can also be something that I'm actually a little bit insecure about, or I think that's the best example. Something that I'm insecure about, and then a lot of people have an opinion on it, or something an idea that I just came up with, and I need to form it a little bit, but there's people shooting things at it. Well, I'm actually not ready to share it, because I still haven't processed it completely myself, and then I find it really hard to cope with negative opinions, or kind of more the downer opinions. But that's also something, and that's another thing. If I'm feeling strong, if I'm feeling fully in my energy, I'm feeling 100% David, then it's also different than when I've had a really crappy day and I feel a bit under the weather and I just had a football match and my muscles are still sore. You have all these little things, then I feel a little bit less like I'm in my own power, and then it's more difficult as well. Okay, let's move on, because we just got started, but we're already we're 16 minutes in. So the other challenge is boundaries, and it's about the law of taking responsibilities. And this is a fine line between setting boundaries and taken advantage of, versus helping people out. This I always find there's always the gray space here somewhere. I have a lot of I find it difficult to put down boundaries because I'm a free spirit. I want everyone to do their thing, and I'd rather not touch anyone else's freedom. I don't like rules per se. So when we have rules meetings, it's not for me. It just feels like, where can we take away some more freedom? Okay. Okay. I still see some freedom here. Look. Yeah, and it's gone. That's all with the whole the C period we all had for 2 years. That rubbed me the wrong way every step of the way. And since you are really intuitive and you I think you value freedom as well as an 11. I haven't seen that in the text per se, but you're sensitive to all kinds of things, and you feel when things are out of place and when things are not congruent. So if someone says yes but he thinks no, you know they think no, and you can't prove it, but you do know that they're thinking no and they're saying yes, because there's something off in the way they're saying it. So you would be a perfect like a human lie detector, except for like the really good liars, the pathological liars. But that's also a skill that you have, that you feel when things are off, when there's somebody says something or there's something in a group and you're like, I heard what they said, but I don't feel what they're saying. So that's one of your strengths as well. Some 2, 9, 11s come from backgrounds involving abuse, requiring healing and self-sufficiency. What I've read so far, it's not abuse, which obviously can happen to any kind of life path number. But what it's about here is substance abuse. So because you have a lot of energy, you can also feel like you need to channel that energy, and sometimes the only way to feel that way is to, for example, have a beer, have a wine, have another alcoholic drink that you like, and just wind down and really feel. You can feel like all the pressure is like cooking inside. And when it's Friday night, or even when it's it's just Monday night, but you went to work, you did your things, and everything's already, it's building up like something you have on the stove, like a pot you have on the stove with the lid on it, and it's like this, and you feel like, oh, it's cooking from the inside. Like, I want a drink, or I want whatever your substance of preference is, or was, or will be, and it's a way to release that pressure and get rid of that not excess energy, but of that, it can be excess energy, but it can also just be creative energy that you can use. And sometimes it can also be a little bit of both. But one of the challenges is that it's hard to channel your energy and to use your energy. And I'm fully still in this part as well, on how I can do this best. And also going a step beyond now that, for example, this Sunday I went to a party and everyone was offering me. They had drinks, they had drugs. I got offered like 10 types of drugs, and I felt like no, I'm really gonna do this. I had ginger tea. I had this one filled up with ginger tea, and I was just like, oh, this is sufficient. I had a couple of 0.0 beers, and I'm really testing now to not have any substances in my system, and see when things like come up and they start to rise and that they want to be released, and I want to see if I can channel it towards manifestation, my relationship, my business, football, or whatever. It can be anything. And so far, I think I've been channeling it a lot to football, and things are really going well. Even though I'm not even 100% injury free, I'm really, let's say, productive on the field, playing good matches. So that's a good one to channel it towards. But I really want to see how this goes when I really put that energy into my manifestations. And I've been doing some of the meditations for this as well, getting the energy through my body, up my spine, to my pineal gland, pouring it in there, and then doing like another cycle. And it's that's what I'm working on. But I feel like I'm using my energy better now, so it's not piling up as much anymore. So I'm trying to see if it actually still does this, or that I'm already channeling it in the right way, and what ways I can use to channel it more towards my creative purposes. And that's something I want to make more videos of. So let me put that in my notes. Channeling energy towards manifestations. So that's a topic that I'll discuss in another video. That I'll I want to play around with this and see what happens. Okay, so that's the that's the abuse, so the substance abuse, and this probably resonated something with you when you were at a party and you have your first drink. I think, if you're anything like me, you're also that party animal that never wants to go home. Energy tends to be mental rather than emotional, and because we are two 9/11s, we are less emotional than the 3-8-11s, because the 3 is the emotional type. So our energy tends to be mental rather than emotional. Our strengths. So 2-9-11s have a large and powerful energy field, often needing less sleep when inspired. Their energy can be a tool for both creativity and destructiveness. So I have to say I've never really used my powers for destructiveness. But I can see if you give me a nice big hammer and you need to demolish a house, I think I have some energy for that. But I think this is also more the evil destructiveness type. I've never really used my energy for evil so far. So no, no. With awareness and commitment, they can become highly creative individuals. I agree with that. They are destined to use their creative energy to uplift and inspire others. And what I want to add to this, tons of people. You're gonna uplift and inspire the masses. So not just 10 people, 100 people, like a lot. All right, let's go to health. This is a weird sentence. They may have an unusual appearance due to their powerful energy field. Well, I've seen myself all my life. I don't feel like I look unusual. But I don't feel like I look common. Okay. So maybe you're weird. No, just kidding. Unusual could also be maybe that I'm a guy and I have long hair. Could that also already be unusual? Not sure. Alright, what is unusual is that my beard, my hair is dark brown. My beard was red brownish. This part has always been white. And you can see a lot of gray here, but that's just all the wisdom I gained just to give these videos to you guys. It's all for the in service to others and for the masses. Doing it all for you guys. Let's see. Reproductive and lower abdominal issues are common, often related to blocked creative energy. So yeah, this is not a fun one, but it's I can relate to that, and I am still coping with a couple of lower abdomen issues as we speak. It's almost healed, and the energy is flowing again. I feel like the energy is flowing again, and I feel like it's dissipating slowly. All right. As for the reproductive issues, I cannot. The energy has not ever stopped working there. If it has, and you're a man. For a woman, I think that's a problem as well. If it doesn't, if the blood isn't flowing there, but and the energy. But my girlfriend is specialized in. Can I say this here? Yeah, also erectile dysfunction. So she can help you get those energies flowing again. Physical, emotional, or sexual problems can result from blocked creative energy. And one thing that it doesn't say here is that nine, 2911s have very sensitive reproductive parts. And I think that's something I learned. And also when I saw porn, I saw things, I thought, okay, that doesn't work like me, that because it's way too sensitive. And it works differently than what they're doing, but yeah, I think you can fill this in for yourself. Bodywork and alternative therapies work well for them. My girlfriend is also a body worker, and I can tell you that that is really nice and works really well. We never go in with anything that needs to be fixed or something, but she just starts doing body work on me while we're in bed or something, and it's yeah, I can feel releases or things untense. Yeah, so I can really feel it when she does it. They need a varied diet and exercise to keep their energy flowing and grounded. This is one that is so true for me, and I didn't know this for a long time, that this was the case. For the diet needs to be varied. Right now it is very varied, but I'm actually really good at just eating the same thing over and over. But it says that's not good for the energy flow. But exercise, it's a must-have every day to just keep the well, almost to keep myself sane. I really need to work off some energy. So what works best for me is I go to the gym in the morning. Usually just after I record these videos, I go to the gym. I'll be there for about an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, but it's always including the sauna and showering. It just I'm not sure how to say it. It takes the energetical edge off. So, and the energy is already in motion. So I can feel like I can hit the ground running when I start working. But what also works for me, it doesn't necessarily need to be a workout, because what works perfectly as well is just going for a walk. So let's say I want to work in 45 minutes or so, and I'll start walking right now, go out the door, have a nice walk, afterwards get my drinks, and then go to work. And that works perfectly for me. So you see what works good for you. For me, it's the daily exercise, and it's actually when I play football, I do it twice a day, except on game days, because game days are killing, and I don't know how to do things less than 100% on the football pitch. Except when things really hurt and I really can't do anything else, but otherwise I will keep going. Okay. Yeah, and one thing I also read, and check if this is it for you. Let's say if you are a vegan, I tend to not feel 100% if I'm in a complete meatless diet. I just miss stuff, and I read it somewhere as well that 2911s, they, as painful as it sounds to say this, yeah, they need their meat as well. And also, don't take everything I say like literally. Also check what works for you, because I don't know your other numbers. Maybe your other numbers are different, like your expression number or your soul urge number or whatever. But this is one I read recently, and it resonated with me because when we have like all these kind of meat replacement meats, and when I use those instead of the real meat, I eat, and within an hour or so, I'm hungry again. And when I eat real meat, I don't have that. Uh, so, okay, relationships. They tend to focus on their creative energies in their mind, inhibiting emotional expression. I'm really lucky in my current relationship, because in my relationship, I'm an 11. My girlfriend is a 1, 2, 3. So she's a 3, and which makes me a 2. Together we're a 5. 5 is the throat chakra. And we talk a lot about our emotions. And that is so good. We are not used to talking about emotions with anyone else, except if we have someone that also is an emotional type, like a 3 or a 33, and they will bring it out in us. So maybe you're lucky and you've had a best friend or a best girlfriend who was, for example, a 3, and you could always talk about this stuff. But I think for a lot of 2, 9, 11s, this is also one of the bigger challenges that you have to go through. And that is actually expressing yourself and speaking your truth on the emotional side. So I haven't spoken about my emotions, or I didn't speak about them like most of my life. So I'm 39, like 36, 37, I never talked about my emotions. Another example is I like in my family, it's not common to say I love you or I care about you, or it's not being said because of course we do. But as a child and as someone who's not like emotionally equipped as much as others, you have the emotions, but it's difficult to air them out or talk to them about people, and it feels like to me as a vulnerability, and I found out that vulnerabilities were actually good. So that also changed a lot for me. So if you are not talking about your emotions, I would suggest to do this, but also you want this to be in a safe space, because this is something, because 2 9/11s have their insecurities as well as a big challenge, because ones have that as a challenge. So it needs to be a safe environment. If you go in like, oh, I'm a bit insecure about this, or I'm not feeling as good about that, and people go trample all over you and they disagree and they blah blah blah, and that's not what you need, and it will actually only harm you. And that's what happened to me. I had a lot of people like, I'm not. They wouldn't go into these conversations with me. So I never did. And once I was 30, I was also in one of the personal development, in one of those trainings and courses, and I was writing down, and that you were supposed to write letters, and it dawned on me like, And this is really like one of those blind spots that you don't see yourself, but others would spot it immediately. And I was 30 years old, and I found out I've never said I love you to my parents. I've never said it. And they've never, I think they have said it, but I can definitely count that still on one hand. That I can remember. I think it was not as much, and I felt so exposed to do this that I actually wrote a letter. So that was safety guard number one. I'm gonna write a letter so that I can read it to my parents, so I don't have to say it, and I am saying it, but in a little bit more controlled environment. And the other thing is, I wrote it in English because it felt safer than in my own language. So I thought, and so I read the whole thing in English, and my parents were, or at least my mom, I remember that she was in tears because it's like, of course we love you, but we love you so much that we don't say that we love you. And she was glad that that I said it, and that it was something that it wasn't bothering me, but it wasn't not bothering me. So if you are anything like me, take this time to write this as an exercise, and write your feelings about something, and read that letter to someone, and just share your feelings. All right. They appreciate many friends, but have an independent streak. To me is I have a lot of friends, but I have I don't really see my friends, but I see them at parties all the time. So I don't really do the one-on-one things a lot, only with a select few. Not sure how this works for you. Their sex life can be paradoxical, oscillating between strong desires and repression. Yeah, this could be part of the having really strong desires, but not wanting to express them to your partner, and just doing the thing you know they want. This is also something with Sas. We can really talk about these things. We can talk about like things we like, or fantasies, things that we're insecure about, or or we just evaluate, when I do this, is that nice, or that, or like this, or so we talk about this a lot, and I'm not repressing as much anymore. Sometimes I feel like I'm not saying it, or I've had the thought 10 minutes ago and now I'm saying it. I'm working up to saying it. But this is something you can practice, and you can get better at. Emotional and sexual lives reflect the balance they have created in their overall lives. Okay. Talents, work, and finances. You are a natural networker, and you represent strong individualists who serve the community. Abundance flows when you express your creativity positively. So that's what you need to focus on. Money is seen as a reflection of how your energy is flowing. It's merely a gauge to see if you're going in the right direction, and if you're doing the right things. Your focus on creative service leads to financial security. So if you're still wondering what to do, you can explore areas where you can have some kind of creative services. Follow that, what you really like, and then financial security will follow. Okay, so here we have a couple of individuals with life path 11, but I also had some others. The 2, 9, 11. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So some famous people that are also on the same boat. Tony Robbins, Gaudi, Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, Bob Hope, Bob Proctor, Butch Cassidy, CeeLo Green, Colin Powell, David Beckham, Darren Brown, Eddie Van Halen, Edgar Allan Poe, Emma Watson, Gwen Stefani, Harry Houdini, even fictional character Harry Potter, Henry Kissinger, Jennifer Aniston, Jimmy Kimmel, Jules Verne, Kate Moss, Kendall Jenner, Kesha, Kim Basinger, Leonard Cohen, Mark Wahlberg, Meg Ryan, Melanie Trump, Michael Jordan, Napoleon Hill, Orlando Bloom, Paris Hilton, Pete Sampras, Prince Charles and Prince William, Queen Latifah, Robert Downey Jr., some names I don't know, Mozart, Yuri Gagarin. Yeah, and those are there was quite a list. So one thing I want to discuss before we end this video. Some guidelines, recommendations. These are all key to fulfilling your destiny. So, exercise daily. It can change or even save your life. It saved my life. Video for another time. I will create a video how exercise saved my life, and it's a clickbait title that's not even a clickbait title because it's 100% true. If insecurity gets in your way, move through it. Practice to become skillful, then rely on your creative energy. And if I don't know what age you are right now, but if you are in your 40s, you have a lot of skills right now because you are kind of like a skill seeker. You have a lot of things that you're interested in, and everything. For me, it's all kinds of technological things. If there was a new programming language, I'd go check it out and see how it worked and tackle it and build stuff with it and just see how it works. And yeah, for you it might be cooking, making all kinds of dishes, or dancing, wanting to know every dance pattern there is, or psychology, you want to know everything about this. So the first, like, let's say 40 years, you are really building your skills and you are learning a shitload of things, and after that you can rely on your creative energy and putting all your skills to use. This is a nice one. I put this one on my list, but I have not done this yet, take a weekend workshop that attracts you. I'm gonna put that on my list again because it's somewhere this fell off my radar. Take a weekend workshop. There we go. I'll put it down as exercise. This is an exercise we need to do. So pick something you love and just do it. Useful questions. So there are 4 questions that I'm gonna read out loud. I'll do it twice, so you don't have to pause the video and you can just ride along. So get a pen and paper, or just write it on your notes on your phone or on your laptop. And let's get to question 1. In what way do I channel my creative energy? In what ways do I channel my creative energy? And in what ways do I discharge my blocked energy? So, in what ways do I channel my creative energy? And in what ways do I discharge my blocked energy? How can I make the best use of and benefit from my present situation? How can I make the best use of and benefit from my present situation? How would I most like to serve others? How would I most like to serve others? And the last question, how can I begin to trust my heart over others' opinions? How can I begin to trust my heart over others' opinions? And when you get the answers to all these questions, so to these 4 questions, you can ask yourself this question for each of the answers. How might I put these insights into practice? All right. A few final things and then we are really done here. So, if you want to know more about your type, what you can still watch is number 1, life path number 1, life path number 2, because you are double 1, 11, 1 plus 1 is 2. You're also a 2, 9, so the 2 and the 9 apply to you. Also watch these videos. Then there are a couple of spiritual laws as well that I will be making videos on. And if they're not there, make sure to hit that notification bell so that when I do create them, you will see them. So there are 5 laws that you also need to take into account. The law of choices. Creativity is an energy we can choose to apply in positive or negative ways. The law of flexibility. By staying flexible, we make the best possible use of changing circumstances. The law of action. To overcome insecurity, we need to acknowledge our vulnerability but act with confidence. The law of intuition. As we stop monitoring others' opinions, we can connect with our heart's wisdom. And the last one is the law of responsibility. Deep satisfaction comes with knowing when to say yes and how to say no. That was a lot. That was a long video. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and there were also a couple of things obviously that really were just about me, and I hope there was some value in those things as well. Give me a thumbs up if there was anything here in this long video that was of any value to you, and make sure to subscribe to the channel to get more of these videos. Alright, thanks so much for watching this long video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.